One of the more debated questions in the world of real estate, especially around eXp Realty. Is eXp Realty just a pyramid scheme? Good question. Let's talk about it. This is Steve, real estate agent with the Malone Realty Group over at eXp Realty, right here in the Atlanta area. If you've watched any videos on eXp Realty and done any research into eXp Realty and is eXp Realty right for me, part of what you find out is one of their pillars that you can build your business on is the agent attraction slash revenue share piece. There's three pillars, one of them being your normal real estate business, which is where most of the people make most of their money at eXp. There's the stocks, where you are awarded stocks for doing certain things, or you can buy into the stock program. Or number three, the agent attraction piece, where eXp agents who are on the front lines, who are doing deals, who are working with other agents, are rewarded for bringing in agents and for those agents being productive. Okay, so that is, that's in a nutshell. That's how the program works. It's very similar to what KW does, except that at eXp, it's a revenue share piece. At KW, it's a profit share piece. So first off, here's what we're going to cover in this video. Number one, is it a pyramid? Is it a pyramid scheme? Okay, because there's a lot of negative connotations about pyramid schemes. Talk to a lot of people who have said that to me, and we'll talk about what we tell them and ask them. Number two, is it right that we're recruiting people? Okay. Number three, what's the difference between what eXp does and KW does? Okay. So number one, first off, not to continue the tease, is it a pyramid scheme? Okay. I think based on what everybody thinks a pyramid scheme is, no, it is not a pyramid scheme. Okay. It is a genuine program where you are rewarded for bringing in recruits. Okay. Now, if you look at the hierarchy of really any business, you think of a business that is super awesome, and not to pick on businesses or put anybody in this light, or let's call it, business A. Okay, business A does like billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of work across the entire country. So business A here that has a national headquarters like right here in the middle of the country, right? Let's say St. Louis somewhere, and then they also have regional offices in the southeast, northeast, west, whatever, to look at those areas. So it's here, and then it comes down here a little bit. Then in those regional areas, there's also the sub-regional, or even let's call them state offices. So it goes down to here, okay? And then within those state offices, it probably has local offices, and then which help to send stuff that company A sells to all the stores and everything. So it goes down to here. So on the ground level, it's here, then it goes up here, it goes up here, it goes up here. What is that kind of shaped like? It's kind of shaped like a pyramid, okay? That's the design. That's kind of how it's built, okay? So that's business A. Now, are they a pyramid scheme? No. How the hierarchy is set up is kind of looks like a pyramid. The way that when you recruit people into eXp and then go to your second line, third line, whatever, because it kind of grows like that if it's done correctly. It kind of looks like a pyramid. So is that a pyramid scheme? No, it just happens to be what the shape is. But you look at any company anywhere in the world that is actually growing and is kind of has a central location and then kind of grows. That's kind of what it looks like. Okay, so is it a scheme? No. Does it happen to be shaped that way? I mean, maybe if you look at it that way, yes. But I mean, from what everybody's saying, what a pyramid scheme is this a pyramid scheme? No. Okay. Now, number two is the agent. Do we need to be recruiting? Okay. Should we be recruiting? Is it just a recruiting company? Is it whatever? Because there's a lot of people that do push back about that. That we shouldn't be recruiting like that. I'm going to give you some names of some companies that have grown over the last couple of years. Maybe you've heard of them. There's a company called Google. There's Amazon. There's, let's say, think of some other big companies like Chase Bank, let's say, Walmart, Costco, companies like that. Now, the question is, those companies, have they grown over the last couple of years? Yes. In that growing, have they brought in new talent for the express purpose of helping them to keep growing? Probably. Yes, of course they have. They're recruiting to make themselves stronger. Okay, they're strong and they look and they say, "We're here. We want to get to there. How are we going to get to there?" Well, I mean, you can only push human beings so far to do so much through leverage of having the right people in the right spots on the bus and having the right people do the right things within the company. You can go from here to here very quickly once you have the right people in the right spots on the bus. Okay, so once that happens, people start growing. That comes from recruiting. It comes from finding people to help the company grow. Okay, it's what Google does. It's what Amazon does. It's what all the big boys do. They recruit the best of the best to help them grow. eXp is of no exception, and really, there's no brokerage in America that's not looking for talented people. I mean, there's not a brokerage in America that would say, well, that person right there, they know exactly what they're doing with real estate. They have a phenomenal, book of work. They could probably sell 40 homes next year. They could probably do, 12 to $15 million worth of business, or 12, $15 worth of volume, let's say. I mean, they look great, but we don't want them here because we don't recruit people. Come on. Is that a smart business move? It's not a smart business move. The brokerages should be trying to recruit that person in. Brokerages should be trying to bring that person in to help not only that person and serve that person to help them, but also have that person help you. It's a two-way street. We work together. I'm here at eXp. eXp has helped me phenomenally in the last 6 months. And I'd like to think that I brought something to the people that I work with at eXp as well. And it's been a symbiotic relationship, and we've continued to thrive. Okay, that's what we're looking for. We are looking for people to bring in who know what they're doing, who can help eXp be stronger. We're looking to bring in people to grow the machine. Okay, so are we recruiting? Yes. Is there anybody in the world doing business right now that's not recruiting, that's growing? No. Everybody's recruiting. Okay. Now, the difference is here at eXp, it's the agents on the ground that are doing the recruiting. Because the way that Glenn Sanford built the machine is, it's not like other companies where you have national offices, regional offices, state offices, this and that. You have brick and mortar, you have all the stuff that you have to pay for. eXp, you don't have to pay for anything. There's no hierarchies, there's no brick and mortar, there's no overhead. It's at eXp, there's no recruiters. The recruiters are the agents who are on the ground. There are some brokerages who hire recruiters. They hire, market center leaders to recruit into the market center, or they get recruiters to bring people into their office. So we don't hire recruiters. We tell the agents, you're out there selling. You're out there in the trenches, slugging it out, working for your people, working hand in hand with other agents to try and make deals happen, try to represent your people, try to do all that stuff. I mean, you're working with other agents every single day. You're the people that are going to be out on the front lines. You're the people who should be recruiting. And Glenn Sanford said, this is how we're going to build it. And the next thing that we're going to talk about is profit share versus revenue share. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But to just wrap this point up in a bow, yes, we need to recruit. eXp wants to grow. We have big goals. We want to be at 500,000 agents in 5 years. That's a crazy number. And with the minds and the people that we have here who are working here, it is not outside the realm of possibility that we're going to be at 500,000 agents in 5 years. But the only way to get there is to bring in 430,000 more agents, because we're at 70 right now. We need another 430. So if you see this and you're one of those 430,000 agents, give me a call. Smash the bell and subscribe. Give me a call. Anyway, finally, so that's number 2. Yes, we're trying to recruit because we're trying to grow. All companies do it. Number 3, profit share versus revenue share. We're at KW. Love my time at KW. Have nothing negative to say about KW. They had a profit share model where if you brought somebody in after all the bills came in and all the bills got paid, the profit that's left over, you got a share of that if one of your recruits sold something. Okay, that's kind of a simplified version. That's profit share. At eXp, it's revenue share. It's higher up the funnel. So that's one of the bills that gets paid is revenue share. Okay, so that comes off the top. So you know exactly if I have somebody on a downline and they cap, I know exactly how much money I'm going to make every single year. Okay, because it's revenue share. It's part of the bills that get paid. Because we have low overhead, we can do that. At KW, the profit share, it's after the bills get paid, what's left over. Okay, so, and I've heard from several people who were at KW, now over at eXp, they're doing much better with revenue share than they were with the profit share. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. Because there's lower overhead, because there's not, all the regional offices and all that stuff, there's not all the bills to pay. Glenn Sanford built it and said, you know what? The salespeople are out there killing it. The salespeople are out there doing it. Let's take care of them because they're taking care of us. It's a win-win for everybody. Now, so those are the three reasons. Okay. So again, is it a pyramid scheme? No. Are we a recruiting company? No. But we are recruiting agents because we want to grow, just like every other company on the planet Earth. And number three, revenue share is a far superior product to profit share, just because revenue share you get paid off the top, profit share you get paid at the bottom after all the other bills get paid. Okay, profit share is a great product. Revenue share is a superior product. There you go. So those are the three things. So that being said, and I've done a video about this in the past too. Do I have to recruit? No, you don't have to recruit to be at eXp. eXp is a phenomenal platform to be on if you're a real estate agent. Okay, they have phenomenal technology. Broker support has been phenomenal from when I've needed it. The training has been phenomenal. The networking that we have here is phenomenal. Everything about eXp has been great for me. And that's if you take the stock away and you take the agent attraction away. If it was just the platform's fantastic and is far superior to where I was just a couple months ago. Then you throw in the fact that you get stock for doing deals, or at least doing your first deal, you get an award. You can buy into the program from there. You get stock rewards if you cap. You get stock rewards if your person that has come in does a deal, things like that. So there are rewards to be made. You can do stock as well, but keep in mind that's a bonus, and then the agent attraction piece is another bonus. So that's why I tell people all the time, if you don't want to attract people, if you don't want to be a recruiter, you don't have to be a recruiter. Not everybody wants to be a recruiter. Some people just want to come in, they want to do their deals, they want to take care of their people, sell them homes, help them buy homes. That's awesome. Do it. No problem with that at all. But the opportunity is there if you want to take advantage of it. And we'll do that video coming up probably next, talking about the numbers of, if you were to do this, is it money that would, move the needle? And it could be. We're going to do that video next. We'll probably put that out next week at some point, talking about the numbers, that you could do realistically if you did agent attraction at eXp. So there you go. But that being said, to wrap the whole thing up, no, it's not a pyramid scheme. No, we're not a recruiting company. We are recruiting people because we're trying to grow. And revenue share is a phenomenal product compared to profit share. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. There it is. But if you want to just join a kick-butt brokerage with the best technology that's ahead of the curve when it comes to all that stuff and not worry about that other stuff, eXp is a phenomenal place to be. So any questions about that? If you want to poke holes in that, give me a call. 470-233-4409. This is Steve, Malone Realty Group, eXp Realty. Take care. Bye.